So when the Honorable Finance Minister first became a member of this House way back in 1969, I still remember I was in short pants in kindergarten. He since then presented 7 budgets, and the only claim I have of the number 7 is that I've been here for just 7 months. I'm not an experienced parliamentarian, nor in fact I'm a trained economist, but that having been said, what I will try to do over the next few minutes is to hold up a mirror to view the views of the housewife in Haldia, or the bank clerk in Hospet, or the student in Bilaspur, or the daily laborer in Bongaon. I've often heard this not only here but on television channels, which has caused us a lot of distress. When you give it to the poor, you call it subsidy. And when you give money to the corporates, you call it stimulus. A lot has been said on subsidy. 24,000 crores cut on fuel subsidy, 6,000 crores cut on fertilizer subsidy, the overall subsidy bill down from 2,13,000 crores to 1,13,000 crores. And in fact, yesterday the Honorable MP, Mr. N. Singh, asked the Finance Minister when he will bite the bullet. And he described 4 bullets, being A, LPG, B, diesel and petrol, C, kerosene, and D, urea. My humble suggestion to the Honorable Finance Minister is, please imagine these are rubber bullets, and please do not bite them, chew on them, because we have lots of solutions to offer, alternative solutions. So you chew on these bullets, and please do not bite on these bullets. But the bigger point today was raised by both sides actually. The Honorable Leader of the Opposition mentioned it once, and it was mentioned by the eloquent Honorable MP speaking first and from the Treasury benches. They spoke of a concept from the Treasury benches of a concept of cooperative federalism. It's indeed a very interesting concept. The Trinamool Congress, we'd like to just provide you a different perspective today of cooperative federalism without the letter C. So it will actually become not cooperative federalism, but operative federalism. And I would urge the Honorable Finance Minister to look and to judge his budget and how he's done, or how the budget is done, based on this concept of operative federalism. Few points. Let's take the first one. The CST and the GST issue. Now yesterday, in his reply in the Lok Sabha, we heard that this, you know what is happening on the CST, down from 4 to 3 to 2, and the states, in fact, are losing money, and a unilateral decision has been made not to give the states what is actually due to them. In case of West Bengal, it's 1,200 crores. If you look at some of the other states, it's all between 800, 1,200, 1,500 crores. Now, this has been done unilaterally, and this is what, in fact, yesterday when we heard that apparently this was recommended by the empowered Committee of Finance Ministers. But my question is, if everything which the empowered Committee of Finance Ministers recommend, then how come the service tax recommendations which were made by this empowered Committee of Finance Ministers this year was not listened to? So the first question we need to ask ourselves, is this operative federalism, denying the states of what really belongs to them by unilaterally taking these decisions? And that's why we were not as gung-ho about GST, because we feel there may be some devious intention. Let's move on to a second point about, is this operative federalism? Let's look at the question of bring the green revolution to Eastern India, BGREI. Paddy production went up by 7 million thanks to 400 crores which was pumped in last year. What is the figure this year? 400 crores meant it went up by 7 million tons. And if the Honorable Finance Minister is really serious about bringing the green revolution to Eastern India, let me clarify, Eastern India is not Bengal, Bihar, Orissa, it also includes Eastern UP, then that figure this year is poultry, 600 crores. And in fact, if this is true operative federalism, if you look at the electricity per capita of the country, these are very interesting statistics. Northern region, electricity, 695 units. Western region, 1116 units. Southern region, 938. Congratulations. And what about the East? I'm talking about electricity not for air conditioners. I mean, it could be used for irrigation pumps. The East is 481. Northeast is even lower at 251. Is this operative federalism? I asked the Honorable Finance Minister to look at this budget through the prism of operative federalism on the third point, which I call a child is born point. Every time a child is born in Bengal, no gift, a curse, 21,000 rupees on that child's head for every child born. Bengal, Kerala and Punjab are known as what is debt-stressed states. That's a state is considered debt-stressed if the ratio of its consolidated debt and liabilities to total revenue receipts exceeds 300%. In Bengal's case, it's 370%. Punjab and Kerala would have their own numbers. Now, just imagine this year, in the last fiscal, corporate debt, and I'm talking about public sector banks restructuring corporate debt of private companies, that figure was 75,000 crores, up from 5,000 crores year before last. So what are we talking about? We're talking about an interest and repayment moratorium in the form of an annual grant to Bengal and these other states for 3 years. Let's move on to my next question about operative federalism, and this is about RIDF. Now, the Rural Infrastructure Development Fund, set up in 1995-1996, was basically to support state governments for priority sectors like agriculture, rural development, and infrastructure development. 9.56% or 6.5%, I stand corrected, 6.5% was the rate of interest when the money was lent to the states in 1995-96. And guess what that figure is now? Not 7.5 or 8.5, it's now 9.5%. So a state government availing of an RIDF loan for critical areas like rural development would find it very difficult and really request the Honorable Finance Minister to bring that down from where it is now to 6.5%. Two quick points more about operative federalism, and this doesn't only concern Bengal. The examples I use will be from Bengal. Special grants for development of border areas. Special grants for development of border areas. And here there are at least 8 such districts in Bengal which touch 3 different countries, Bangladesh, Nepal. Sir, I'll need a couple of more minutes.
No, 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 please. You have taken extra 3 minutes. Already taken extra 3 minutes. No, no,
so
no,
yesterday,
there's no time. No, no, the reply has to be at 4 p.m. So there's no, no, please. There is no time. The time of the Congress Party and BJP is cut.
And the backward region grant fund where there are so many districts. Sir, from the point of view of operative federalism, sir, from the point of view of operative federalism, I must say that is this North Bloc trying to strategize to block the East Bloc. Lots of Shakespeare has been quoted over the last 2-3 days, sir. So may I also indulge in a quote, but this is not Shakespeare. This is Qazi Nazrul Islam. And because of shortage of time and the Honorable Finance Minister is not here, so I'll read the lines in English.
There is time to quote.
Beat the drum, beat the drum. Who is that God, who is that King, who snatches away all our rightful things?
Okay.
Sir, I need to, sir, please allow me. Sir, please allow me to make one point about something which is already in the budget document, this time as a positive suggestion. There is the Rajiv Gandhi Equity Scheme, because this concept of reform, this concept of disinvestment is a very abstract concept, sir, for the common man. There's a nice idea called the Rajiv Gandhi Equity Savings Scheme, which encourages investors 50,000 rupees and below, they get some benefits. Okay? There's also the government's plan for a disinvestment of 30,000 crores in public sector companies. I would urge the Honorable Finance Minister to merge and co-join these so the small investor can actually feel a part of this process of inclusiveness.
Okay,
Sir, and
please.
my last point.
Last point.
My last point is on gold. My last point is on gold. Since there is limited
Don't buy
time.
gold unnecessarily.
No, I just don't say that. I'll
Please.
just say, sir, since I had 3 pages on gold, I'll sum it up in 3 words. The artisans and everyone else, sir, old is gold. So don't tamper with the structure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.